Russian security forces conducted raids on gay clubs and bars in Moscow on Friday night, shortly after the country's top court declared the global LGBTQ+ movement an extremist organization. Local media reported that the police searched various venues in the capital, including a nightclub, a male sauna, and a bar known for hosting LGBTQ+ parties, under the guise of a drug raid. Witnesses stated that clubgoers' identification documents were checked and photographed by the security services, and that managers had managed to warn patrons before the police arrived. These raids come in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision to label the LGBTQ+ movement in Russia as an extremist organization. This ruling is part of a long-standing crackdown on LGBTQ+ rights during President Vladimir Putin's 24-year tenure, during which he has emphasized traditional family values. Activists have pointed out that the lawsuit was filed against a movement that is not an official entity, and that the broad and vague definition could potentially be used to crack down on any individuals or groups associated with it. Following the court's decision, several LGBTQ+ venues, including St. Petersburg's gay club Central Station, have already closed. The club announced on social media that it would no longer operate under the current law. Max Olenichev, a human rights lawyer working with the Russian LGBTQ+ community, warned that the ruling effectively bans organized activities aimed at defending LGBTQ+ rights. He expressed concerns that the authorities could use the ruling to target LGBTQ+ initiatives in Russia. Prior to the ruling, leading Russian human rights groups submitted a document to the Supreme Court, arguing that the Justice Ministry's lawsuit was discriminatory and violated Russia's constitution. Some LGBTQ+ activists attempted to participate in the case but were denied by the court. In 2013, the Kremlin introduced the gay propaganda law, which restricted LGBTQ+ rights and prohibited any public endorsement of non-traditional sexual relations among minors. In 2020, constitutional reforms implemented by Putin included a provision to outlaw same-sex marriage. After the Kremlin's military intervention in Ukraine in 2022, a campaign against what was deemed the degrading influence of the West was intensified. Human rights advocates saw this as an attempt to legitimize the war. That same year, a law was passed banning the promotion of non-traditional sexual relations among adults, effectively prohibiting any public endorsement of LGBTQ+ individuals. This year, another law was enacted, prohibiting gender transitioning procedures and gender-affirming care for transgender people. Russian authorities deny accusations of LGBTQ+ discrimination. Deputy Justice Minister Andrei Loganov recently stated that the rights of LGBT people in Russia are protected, legally. However, the Supreme Court case remains classified, and it is unclear how LGBTQ+ activists and symbols will be restricted. Olga Baranova, director of the Moscow Community Center for LGBTQ+ Initiatives, expressed concerns that many people may consider leaving Russia to avoid being targeted. She believes that the government is using the LGBTQ+ community as a scapegoat to divert attention from other pressing issues in the country.